Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com and mindfocusgroups.co.uk, and today I want to talk about duality, the duality of you. Just noticing now, looking at the image of me, because I'm filming this through my webcam in my office, that my office window is over there, and this makes this side of my face bright with light from the window, and this side of my face dark or darker from the shadow. And I know in the tarot deck, and I'm very interested in the symbolism imagery in tarot, there is a card that talks about your shadow self. This is the duality, the light and dark, and there's nothing dark and sinister and wrong about dark, it's just an effect. But the effect that the dark side of you has is that sometimes without light, without enlightenment, you can tend to be biased towards being the sort of person where the glass is always half empty. On the light and bright side, this side, that would represent the personality of somebody where the glass is half full. And it's nothing to do with the measure in the glass, it's to do with how you see it, whether or not you see things half empty or half full, whether you look for the good or look for the not so good, look for the bad. And good and bad doesn't exist, it's just a decision, a perception. There's no such thing as bad weather. There's a joke there. There's just inappropriate clothing. But really speaking, everything is just a decision. And within you, you have the decision to be positive or negative. When something happens in your life at you, the way that you respond to it, the way that you react to it, will either be in a positive or negative way. And the choice is always yours. There's always black and white. There's always yes and no, there's always male and female, there's always up and down, there's always left and right. Everything has an opposite, and within you, you have this duality, this dichotomy of opposites. I think it's really interesting. And when you look at things that enlighten you and make you feel light and bright and buoyant and up, then you should be attracted towards those things and stay away from things, run away from things that are negative, dark, the shadow side of you, that bring out the shadow side of you. Now, we've all had good and bad things happen to us, and depending on the stories that you tell and the way that you review your day, your week, your month, your life, if you tell your negative stories, if you talk about your problems, you talk about the things which are, if you like, the dark side of your life, then how do you feel? I think it brings you down. I think it makes you feel dark and low and gloomy. And it's not bright and light. It's not bright and light for you. It's not bright and light for anybody that's listening to your stories. And yet quite often I go to the pub or I go out, and even amongst friends who I love dearly, they're talking about their problems. And how do you feel when you talk about a problem? Well, you feel like you've got a problem, don't you? How do you feel when you don't talk about it, or better than that, when you talk about the good things in your life? The exciting things, the happy things, the light and bright things, the things that you're looking forward to, or the things that you've done that were fun. If you start sharing those stories, that makes you feel light and bright, and it's more enlightening for yourself and everybody listening. And who's in charge of the stories that we tell? Who's in charge of the thoughts that we choose to remember and recollect? It's us, isn't it? We've got control. So this light and dark, this duality within us, is very often a choice. We can choose to have a bright personality or a dark personality. We can embrace the light and be bright, or we can embrace the shadow side of us and feel low, slow, heavy, down, and dark and gloomy. We say, don't we, that you're in a dark place, you've got a murky mood, or you can feel light and bright and positive, and it's up to you. So this light and bright is really important. As we go into summer now, and we're getting light and bright days, more energy from sunlight, and things look brighter. This is an opportunity for us to lighten up our life, to lighten the load, to look for things that brighten our lives, that lighten our lives. Look for people that are happy, glowing people, and become a happy, glowing, light and bright person yourself. On my Facebook page, my header, my banner at the top says you are the light, and you are. You can be light and bright. If you look at the images on stained glass windows in churches and all the religious images, all the spiritual images, people have a halo around them. If you look at me now, look at my head, and it's very easy to do that because I've got no hair, you'll notice that in the background I've got photographs of my children, Catherine and Stephen, my dad, my mum. But if you look at closely now at the emanation that's coming off my crown, off the top of my head, you'll notice that there is a glow. You'll notice that there's contrast between the surface of my head, which is my physical vibration, and also the background. My vibration, my energy emanates off my body, and it emanates off your body as well. How bright is your emanation? How light is your emanation? Do you lighten and brighten other people's lives? Because you can. The minute you shift your thoughts from something dark, the shadow side of you, into something light and bright, your energy shifts instantly. You vibrate in a higher, finer, lighter vibration. You give off light, love and energy. And it's a really positive, good thing to do for yourself and for everybody around you. If you vibrate in a positive, light and bright and beautiful way, you have a more powerful effect in a positive way on everybody that you vibrate with. All your reference group, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the people that you work with, everybody that comes into contact with you will get that emanation, that radiation, which is you, the core of your thoughts transmitted into the physiology of your body, and the actual physical molecules that you vibrate with, the cells in your body, will be far more positive, and you'll give off this bright light emanation, this vibration of love, peace and balance, joy, harmony, happiness and health. And I really encourage you to seek positive, light, bright people, positive, light, bright situations and events in your life, so that you can actually absorb that energy, become light and bright in yourself. Look always at the positives in everything. Look for the light, choose to be bright, and then give off that light to everybody that you vibrate with. If you want to know more about this opportunity for you to choose to be light and bright, full of health and energy, full of love, so that you can benefit yourself, your life, your family and everybody around you, then you can contact me, because it's what I do. I work with consciousness and energy. I'm a Reiki master and I'm a qualified hypnotherapist, and I work with the mind. Your mind is very powerful. So this week and for the rest of the year, really, just focus on where your mind is, and your thoughts will trigger the conversations, the verbalizations of things that you express to the people that you talk to, and also the voice in your head. So witness your thinking and look for things that are light and bright, and talk about things that are light and bright, because you have a choice. You have a choice to talk about the bad stuff, the problems, the challenges, and you also have a choice to talk about the good stuff and the things that you're looking forward to, the light and bright stuff. And if you control what you think about and control what you talk about, and only talk about positive things and only entertain positive thoughts, you'll become this light, bright person, and you'll shift from this dark life into this bright life. And I really encourage you to do that. If I can help you, just contact me on any of the contact numbers that are on the page where you're viewing this short presentation. My name's Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com. So look out for more videos that I'm posting all the time on YouTube, and you know where I am, because I can help you shift your thinking and completely transform your life, your energy, your health and your success. Take care. Bye for now. God bless.